could AT&T be telling us what's happening in the stock market? Could it be predicting a future for us? Could it be telling us where the stock market floor is going to be? You know, for the S&P 500, for the Dow Jones. Could it tell us exactly, you know, where the end of this dip, this bear market could be, or at least where some sort of relief could be before we find the floor? Well, I'm looking into AT&T stock. I've been looking at this stock for a while now, and I found a fractal that seems to be playing out to the T. And I just wonder if it's going to continue playing out to the T for at least up until the end of the year. And the reason why I say that is because AT&T is a utility stock, and you can actually find this utility stock in the description down below from Trading 212. You click that link, you put in a promo code, we both get 100 stocks each. But by the by, look, I'm going off the point. AT&T could be telling us what's happening in the stock market. It could be our prediction key, you know, and you can make money off it. If you could do your TA, you could be trading this down. And I say trading this down because what we got to do really is look at the charts. We got to look at the technicals. And when I say this fractal, let's check this out. Let's have a look at the fractal in this clip right here. So if this fractal, AT&T, is going to play out, we're likely to have another. Let's have a look. Let's get the measuring tool out and take that down to there. About $13 35% drop, and that again, you know, is probably conservative at this point. But as you could see, this other fractal, if you see my last video, I've only taken a section, or took a section of the fractal, the complete fractal, before it's found its bottom. But this one here again is from up here, as you could see, and I've overlaid it here because we didn't quite make it to the tippity top there, and that again has taken us down to about $14.5 come sort of early next year, February, around that time. So that's my idea of how we could potentially see where the stock market may find the floor before we have some sort of reversal. When I say reversal, when we look at that fractal, it ends here and we get some sort of slight relief, probably move up about 20%. But, you know, again, fractals will stop over a period of time. There are a number of elements that have to play with this. This is just, again, an idea of where we could be going in terms of the market, but really what's going to be the deciding factor in where the markets are heading is really the 10-year yield. Now it's come down a bit, but it's absolutely parabolic here. Will it stop? I don't know. I think what's happening at the moment with the 10-year yield is likely that other countries, other governments around the world are buying up bonds, and therefore, you know, we've got this hockey stick situation that's happened. It's parabolic. These things are unsustainable. When we have something like this, all it's doing is sucking the value out of our economies and into storage. Basically, it's not doing anything. It's not helping our economy. It's strengthening the pound. So absolutely what it does is the dollar strengthens the dollar, decreases the value of the pound, but what it does is it gives the dollar purchasing power across the rest of the world. And with situations like this, you know, you'll find that it's because there's some sort of war going on. So yes, we are at war. We are at war. You know, I think the whole world is the majority of the Western world is at war with Russia. You know, China's staying fairly neutral, but if they were to take a side, it's likely to be with Russia. But however, I think that has a major factor on why you know, we're getting this big move. And obviously with this we've got, you know, inflation, you know, commodities are probably going to go sky high, which is going to make things even more unaffordable for people, because when that value moves out of the debt market, it's going to move into commodities. But I think really that's what we're looking at here. But to get a really good insight of that sort of thing, you kind of want to check out the link in the description. Ray Dalio paints a really good picture of what happens there. See you in the next one.
The times ahead will be radically different from those that we've experienced in our lifetimes, though similar to many times before. How do I know that? Because they always have been. Over my roughly 50 years of global macroeconomic investing, I've learned the hard way that the most important events that surprised me did so because they never happened in my lifetime. These painful surprises led me to study the last 500 years of history for similar situations, where I saw that they had indeed happened many times before, with the ups and the downs of the Dutch, British, and U.S. empires. And every time they did, it was a sign of the changing world order.
Great. So I want to just say that having seen what we're seeing there, okay, we can expect another 30+% drawdown, right? Until we find a floor and move back up, if that fractal plays out exactly to the T, yeah? And we can make money off this, right? But more than that, not just because of the fractal, but because of what At&T actually is. It has real utility, real value that helps us in everyday things in our lives. It's a communication utility. It powers our, you know, it enables us to use our mobile phones. You know, it's a company that brings us a service where we can communicate with each other, where we can work. Who doesn't use the internet to work? We all send emails, right? You know? A lot of people trade. We need the internet to trade. Yes, there are other utility companies, but At&T is a major player in that field. And if At&T can't be profitable, then that's telling us something what's happening in the economy, right? It's not the stock market, it's our economy. And if money's being sacked out of our economy and moving into the debt market consistently, and, you know, interest rates are moving up, and, you know, consumers are having less and less money to spend on things, you know, food going up, fuel going up, then you know, what can we expect? What can we expect? An implosion at some point in the debt market, because if you have a look at the charts in the debt market, you will see the 10-year yield is painting a picture for us. It has gone parabolic. Absolutely parabolic. And I don't care whatever you say, on every parabolic move, guess what happens? Implosion. Drops. You know, and I wonder if at that point we're talking about the Dixie, giving up its strength at that point, several months down the line. But prior to that, I think the Dixie's being held up by the other countries. I think it's being held up. I think money's pouring into bonds from other countries because they still have faith in the dollar as a reserve currency. They need to have faith in the US dollar reserve currency because we're all at war with Russia in the West over here. That is why. We're all at war. And if that dollar doesn't stay strong, need I say any more? And so really, there could be a game plan playing out here. But the way that's affecting the stock market is not good. But it could be even worse, right? However, you know, that's speculation. Again, as I say, any parabolic move, the Dixie's up, way up there. All the other basket currencies are down. So that's obvious what's happening there. The 10-year yield is way up. It's obvious what's happening there. So at some point, you know, they're going to squeeze, throttle the life out of all of the individuals in the economy that can no longer afford things anymore because inflation is way through stratosphere. Rates are going up because the Fed needs to maintain its hawkishness and be strong in its decisions, right? Which is a sign of any good leader. And so, at least that's dependable, but it's still going to have a negative impact on stocks. It's having a negative impact on crypto. Crypto's done its macro cycle by the by. It's done its thing. You know, there are some altcoins where we've probably found a floor already. Might have another 10-20% to go. Like XRP, XLM. You know, Bitcoin's got a way to go, probably another 10k plus. You know, Ethereum, I think again that's going to be that's going to drop at least down to $530. To be fair, I think it gets hacked all the time anyway, so and they can't decide what mechanism, consensus mechanism to use. It's not complete, is it? Ether 2.0. Anyway, you know, I've only ever owned a little bit of that coin. But by the by, look, straight off the point, I think At&T is telling us where the stock market's going, where we may find a relief bounce, a little turnaround for maybe several months before possibly, potentially a deep, dark recession. If things continue to go as they are. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but I think at least if I could build a picture some way, somehow, with something, with an idea, with a fractal, then we can get a clear understanding and an idea of what we can expect in the future and make decisions on that. So anyway, I don't want to go on too much. I'm Nathan of Zion, aka Nathan. Smash the Zion coin up there to subscribe, leave a like, check out the next video, and make sure you pick up some Zion coins. See you in the next one. Take care now.